The Mass Pirates are 4-1 and tied for first in the National Arena League. They're back home at the DCU Center in Worcester. Hi, once again, everybody. It's great to have you with us for Mass Pirates football on NESN. I'm John Perrell alongside Scott Mutrin and Mick Moddinghoff. Good to see you both. And Scott, the Pirates offense has been rolling, led by Sean Brackett, their quarterback, and an outstanding receiver in Marty Gilliard.
Yeah, Marty Gilliard, the former All-American out of Cincinnati, had a big week last week with 3 touchdowns, crashing into the wall, making a ton of plays, and also showing his prowess to be able to not recognize that he's touched, get up and go score a touchdown in the end zone. That's a smart heads-up play. You combine him with Devin Brown in that receiving corps, and that's quite a matchup for the Maine Mammoths tonight.
It's going to give them a lot of headaches. And Mick, this is a Maine team that's been wounded. They are beat up. Where are they going to go? Are they healthy enough?
That's a great question. We'll find out how their new players really perform. They're going to start 3 new players on the defensive side of the football, 4 new offensive players as well, including 2 offensive linemen. So the timing may be off a little bit for Maine. They only had 2 solid days of practice this past week. It's going to be a tough assignment.
Definitively, you need a program tonight at the DCU Center. We'll come back for the kickoff on NESN after this.
Massachusetts Pirates football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to Summertime Pro Football, log on to masspirates.football.com today.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
And welcome back inside the DCU Center, everybody. Good to have you with us on NESN and 98.9 Nash Icon. Alongside Scott Mutrin and Mick Moddinghoff, I'm John Perrell. The Maine Mammoths, who are 1-3, won the toss. They deferred, and they will kick off to begin the ball game. So Massachusetts high-octane offense will get first look. 280 yards per game for the Pirates, and kicking off from right to left, the Mammoths, Henry Neal, as he shoots it towards the uprights, and it's a deuce. That's 2 points for Maine right off the bat. 5 seconds into the game, you get 2 points if you hit a field goal from the goal line. So that's a new rule in the National Arena League. Massachusetts already has 6 deuces this year, Mick. So good weapon for head coach James Fuller and the Mammoths to get off on the right track.
We were able to speak with Coach Fuller before the game, and he says his team notoriously has been starting really slow. So to get 2 points on the opening kick, that's a big bonus for Maine to start the ball game.
And the good news, Scott Mutrin, is Massachusetts still has possession, but they start at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and then it gives you a chance to, you're already behind the 8 ball, down 2 points, but you got to come out ready to fire here. And it looks like Massachusetts, with the 2 wides, getting ready to get the ball in the air to start the game.
Sean Brackett, the quick drop, and he finds LaVon Pearson to the 10-yard line, where Kyron Jones and Orr make the stop. Pearson, 23 catches, 263 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He leads the team in receptions. He's become a favorite target of Sean Brackett. One thing about Brackett, loves to spread the ball around.
Yeah, and you kind of have to in the Arena League. There's not a lot of space to make plays. You got to get the ball out of your hands early, and unfortunately for Maine, Trey Orr is down with an injury here, taking a knee. Not a good way for the secondary, and a team that's already going through a lot of injury issues to start the game with an injury. Not a very good start for them.
Yeah, Mick, you detailed that in the open, a wounded walking group, and that's problematic with Orr going off in the first 20 seconds of the game.
Yeah, they're already starting Robert Brown Jr., who's new to the secondary, along with Marte Maddox. So now we'll have to see who comes in to take Orr's place.
2nd down and 5 for the Pirates in their navy blue jerseys with navy blue pants and teal helmets. Short drop, a screen. It's caught past the 15. Marty Gilliard is upended at the 18-yard line. A rugged hit at the wall by their best defender, Kyron Jones, with the Pirates pick up a 1st down. So you always want to get the ball in the hands of Marty Gilliard.
Yeah, and the good thing of it in this league, you're able to put a guy in motion going forward, get that forward momentum. That's an ability to get a head start on the defense. And Marty Gilliard's ability to catch the ball and create some separation with a full head of steam, you know, it gives you a couple yards a head start before the defense is able to make any changes.
That's Gilliard's 15th catch of the season. Now Devin Brown is the man in motion with Brackett. A deep drop rolling to the near side. He throws it out of bounds at the wall at the 10-yard line. Good coverage by Kyron Jones. This time was sticky with Marty Gilliard. It was also in the vicinity of Levon Pearson. Sean Brackett has been on fire. Mick Monninghoff with 5 touchdown passes in at least every game. 1,330 yards, 21 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for the season.
Well, the one thing that really stands out with Sean is even the fact that he missed a game in Carolina, you reference it, 6 touchdowns against Lehigh Valley and 5 in every other game.
Pirates have thrown for 1,155 overall yards. Now on 2nd down and 10, deep drop by Brackett, wobbly pass and deflected out of bounds by Kyron Jones. He was at the hip of the intended receiver, Levon Pearson. So Brackett was locked onto his receiver mute.
Yeah, Kyron Jones did a nice job of reading the hips of the receiver and breaking on the ball and disrupting the play right there. You know, it seems that once Massachusetts has gotten out to the 15, 20-yard line here, they're going with a little deeper drops to try to get a little something down the field. I know that's all relative in the Arena League, but it seems they're going more 5-step drop to try to push the ball down the field instead of those quick outlet passes how they started the game.
It's essential to get rid of the ball quickly in arena football. 2 seconds and out is the optimal preference. Thomas Claiborne is the center for Sean Brackett, and they need a timeout. Timeout quickly. There is a flag down as Claiborne just got planted after the play. And Claiborne limping outside the huddle for the Pirates. Delay of game is called against the Pirates, so they didn't get the timeout in time. Make a poor exchange. Anthony Payton, the offensive coordinator, on the field for Massachusetts, and that's uncharacteristic for a veteran offense.
Yeah, evidently the formation wasn't right. The high motion man started to make a cut, then stopped. Payton saw it, wasn't able to get the timeout before the flag. I will tell you this. Desmond Maxwell, a fullback, has come on to play linebacker, and Jones has gone from linebacker back into the secondary. So that's the changes that Maine has had to make on the fly.
Jones usually a defensive back, but now the Pirates have the ball at the 13 after it was at the 18. Brackett back to throw, rushes on, throws it over the middle, incomplete. He was harassed in the pocket. Intended receiver was Marty Gilliard at the 10 of the Mammoths, but frenetic pressure applied by Cornelius Henderson, a 310-pound defensive tackle out of Jackson State. And on 4th and 15, dicey moment for the Pirates.
Yeah, and Sean Brackett didn't get an opportunity to set his feet there and deliver a strike that he wanted to throw down the field to Devin Brown. He just didn't get the opportunity to get his feet set and get behind the ball here. So now Massachusetts is going to rely on my old favorite people, the old kicker here, to get some points on the board.
Scott Mutz is a huge fan of kickers, Mick, and I say that with much sarcasm.
I hear that.
As Ali Mortada will attempt a field goal out of the hold of John Hardy Tulia. From left to right, the kick is on the way, and it is, looks like it's going to be wide right. No good. Mortada missing the 44-yarder as the Mammoths still lead 2-0. And Mick, we talked to the coach Amir Ismail before the game. They've been a traditional slow starting team. They're tied for first in the NAL at 4-1, but their starts have been hard to come by.
They have been, and the thing that really hurts is finding that rhythm early. And I don't know why they have been so slow coming out of the gate, because they seem to be a second half team. What that difference is, I think Coach Amir Ishmael's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they've outscored the opposition 158-96 in the second half. So we get a first look at the Maine offense, anchored by quarterback Jonathan Bain, who's 6'4", 210. Maine in their white jerseys with maroon pants and gold helmets. He rifles one to the far side board, caught by Edgar Poe, as he's tackled by Cheatham Norrells, one of the better defensive backs for the Mass Pirates. And that one will be a short gain to the 8. Good velocity on the throw by Bain, who's had trouble throwing picks this year, Scott. He had 3 interceptions last week in their 48-31 loss at Jacksonville.
And you see Maine trying to start the same way Massachusetts, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly to get the ball to the perimeter and let them win a one-on-one matchup and gain some yardage.
Deep drop by Bain. Unloads this one to Devontae Jenkins over the board to make the catch on the right sideline at the 20-yard line. A 12-yard gain and a first down. A reminder, in arena football, you possess the ball, you go over the boards, it is still a catch.
And as you see here, jumping over the boards, the great part about this, it's almost like playing catch in the pool when you were a kid. You jump over and you jump off the edge of the pool and you fall into the water, and as long as you hold on to it, it counts as a catch. It's great going over the boards here. Kind of reminds you of that as a kid.
Somehow I never held on in the pool, Mick.
No, and I don't see that soft wave on the other side of the board either.
I was always the kid in the water wings.
I could see that. Yeah, the floaties. You got floaties to keep you upright. I'm surprised they even let you in the deep end of the pool.
I still have them muted. It's been years of therapy, but thank you.
There you go.
9:20 remaining in the first quarter, and the Mammoths lead 2-0 after the first down pickup. A screen on the near side left. Jenkins spinning out of bounds past midfield as he's hit at the wall at the 20-yard line. So I like the way they're working the quick passes in, Mick, in the early going. Devontae Jenkins, an athletic receiver, and that time in the open field excelling. The Pirates defense on its heels. Pirates defense giving up 207 yards per game, 5 yards per play. Bain, the deep drop to midfield, fires to the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. He's got his favorite target, Devin Wilson, for the score. What a throw by Jonathan Bain. And Wilson, who had a big game last week, continuing his outstanding play in the end zone. He had 2 touchdowns last week. And a good throw by Bain on a rope, Scott.
Yeah, and Devin Wilson does a great job at the top of his route, sticking it inside to sell the safety that he's going to be breaking inside, and then breaks it right back out. Nice anticipation by Jonathan Bain to put that right on the outside shoulder, let him go run to it. It was a nice anticipation throw for a touchdown, but a great route by Devin Wilson at the top of it.
Wilson's one of the better receivers in the league. Henry Naldo attempts the extra point from right to left, and he hits it, as the Mammoths surprising the Pirates with 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. It's Maine 9 and Massachusetts nothing. One thing both these teams have trouble dealing with, Mick, is the fact they have limited practice time. They do their best, but a lot of these guys have 2 or sometimes even 3 jobs. Thomas Claiborne, a center for Mass, is a teacher in the Boston school system. He has trouble making practice at times, so it creates an uneven installation for both coaching staffs.
The other thing, too, is with the injuries, sometimes, one side of the ball will get some work, but if you don't have a defensive lineman to push those O-linemen in practice, well, then that lags a little bit, too. So you really got to juggle and balance when you're talking about a 24-man roster?
I feel bad for Thomas Claiborne's students as he has a bad day at practice, I'll tell you that much.
Here's another deuce attempt. This one is good. The second straight deuce for Henry Nell. Wow, he is a weapon for Maine as they take an 11-0 lead with 7:46 remaining in the first quarter. That means Massachusetts will be backed up again at the 5-yard line. And your kickers, Mute, I know you're not a big fan, but in the Arena League, they are weapons.
Yeah, it is a weapon. And, having your Henry Nell being from South Africa helps too. I'm sure that there's a lot of soccer or football over there in his future, and I'm sure Gary Player is a big fan of him as well.
Well, there you go. And I asked him, he was a big rugby star, and I said, you know some of the rugby people in the U.S.? He goes, no, but I'm going to look him up.
Yeah, they've had kicking issues. Brandon Rutherford, their starter, was injured here in week 1. Short drop by Brackett, and he hits Devin Brown on the near sideline over by the board, but he gets tripped up at the 7. rangy linebacker Nico Sierra on the stop, with Trey Orr back on the field in coverage as well. So that's a good sign for Maine after he was injured on the first play, as the Mammoths lead 11-0. Massachusetts blew them out in week 1, 51-24. First ever win for the Pirates here at a nearly sold out DCU Center. Three-step drop bracket, far side left, and it's caught by Marty Gilliard. He gets hit at the board at the 13, fighting for some extra yardage. A 5-yard gain.
Interesting concept here by Massachusetts as they're going to the two-receiver side. It looks like they're running a smash concept, which the inside slot guy is going to be running a corner route. Outside guard Marty Gilliard's just running a hitch route. The quarterback's read is if the corner gets some depth, you're going to drop it right off to Marty Gilliard in the flat there. Let him do his magic, try to beat a one-on-one tackle. If he bites on that, then you're going to hit the corner over the top. Probably a very common concept in this league because of a lot of man-to-man coverage.
Dropped by Brackett, caught by Brown, circling under the ball at the 15. He's got a first down and more to the 19-yard line. On the near side right, Nico Sierra finally brought him down. Bit of a circus catch by the acrobatic 5'9" wideout out of Lamar, Devin Brown, who's one of the better slot receivers and high motion men in the league. He's got burner speed, runs a 4.4 40-yard dash, and eluding 3 tackles.
Yeah, you saw his ability to shake a tackler and actually 3 as he was able to spin back from left and go back to right.
Brackett back to throw, and it's picked off at the 23-yard line down the near sideline towards the end zone and in. Marte Maddox with an easy pick 6, and a late flag is thrown as well. Maddox brings it back for an easy score. Dicey throw in coverage by Sean Brackett, and Maddox was the man on the spot. We'll see what the flag brings.
I'll tell you, for a touchdown, there's a lot of discussion going on.
After further review, the jack was outside the box. There is no touchdown. It's a 5-yard penalty for automatic first down for an illegal defense. And then after the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct, number 83, on the defense. First down.
So first down, Pirates at the 15 of Maine as they matriculate left to right.
What a change in events here for Massachusetts.
Huge momentum shift. Devin Brown will be the man in high motion. 3-step drop by Brackett, fires to the left, it's caught. And at the 13-yard line, London Crawford gets stymied. Good pursuit on the back end by Maine as Robert Brown made the tackle, but London Crawford, good to see him return to the offense last week as a productive receiver. Very productive in his college career at the University of Arkansas.
Robert Brown with some tenacity chasing the ball down from the other side of the field there, and he was coming into the boards pretty hard. He looked like he was setting a check in a hockey game at that hit.
Like the Worcester Railers do here at the DCU Center. I know you're a Railers supporter. Brackett, second down and 9. Flushed out of the pocket left, flips one, caught inside the 5 to the 3 towards the end zone. It's London Crawford, but they say he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. He did break the goal line, but the official on the left sideline had him out of bounds at the barrier at the 3. But first and goal, Pirates. Good job buying time, moving feet left by Sean Brackett, flushed out mute.
Sean Brackett doing a good job keeping his eyes downfield, shuffling, staying in a throwing position where he's able to deliver the football, yet still maintaining that ability, that run look to come out there, that anytime you threaten the perimeter with your feet, the defense has to stay honest. You're able to break someone free in the secondary. That helps.
4:13 remaining in the first quarter. The Mammoths lead the Pirates 11-0. Now fullback Deshaun Johnson is give on a reverse to Marty Gilliard, trying to crack the goal line around the left end, and he gets hit. Good defense by Kyron Jones coming in to make the stop. Also there was Derek Lyles, an outside linebacker from Texas Southern, but Marty Gilliard can run the ball. He's quick around the end.
That's uses his versatility and his size, and use the semicircle motion coming back, almost like a jet sweep in real football where you're on the wider field. You're able to use this half motion to get some momentum going forward, and then basically coming right offside of the tackle, running with almost like a stretch play.
So it's second down and goal at the 1. There was a 35-second play clock. Game clock is at 3:22 in the first quarter. Fullback Johnson gets the call straight ahead. Deshaun Johnson's in. Touchdown, Pirates. 1-yard dive by Johnson, who scored twice in week 1 against the Mammoths.
Old school option play right there, but a great job by Deshaun Johnson just following his lineman and putting his pads down and barreling that big body into the end zone.
Yeah, Johnson missed a couple of games due to injury. He was on IR, came back last week, did not get a chance to run the football, but they ran him in a goal line situation here.
It'll be Ali Mortada for the extra point try out of the hole of John Hardy Tuliau. Snap put down nicely by Tuliau, hits the upright, and it rocks in. Hit the right upright and still connected through. 11-7 Maine with 2:22 remaining. You're watching Pirates football on NESN and listening on 98.9 Nash Icon.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to summertime pro football, log on to masspiretsfootball.com today. Due to time constraints, we now pick up action later in the game.
Mick Monty, Jerry Thornton
Hi,
as we
Jerry.
make the introduction.
Pleasure
here.
to meet you, Barstool Sports. It's great to be here.
What do you make of the game thus far?
I'm love this style of football, the running clock. By the way, I know what a catch is in this league.
Yes.
Guy catches the ball,
that's a bonus.
and he holds on to it, and you say, wait, we don't need 15 minutes of replay and debate, and it doesn't become a philosophical question. It's a catch. It's not a catch. Let's all move on with our lives.
First and 10 off their offsetting penalties. Bain being pressured. He's sacked back at the 22-yard line. And that time, J.D. Griggs comes up with his second sack of the season.
Great pressure from the outside, Jerry, by J.D. Griggs. He's like you, right out of Central Casting, 6'5", 245.
And all man, just pure testosterone, like the kid that you're talking to right here. A lot of good athleticism here. He showed a nice burst, quick get off there, and I'm really impressed by the size of these athletes, the style of them. Being down on the front row, is it like NASCAR where the cheap seats are down front because you really feel like you're in mortal danger going down there?
You are.
Because you could just sew on top of it.
And you can have a player in your lap.
Second and 15. Bain wants to throw underneath, complete to the fullback, who makes the spinner move at the 20 and goes down to the 15-yard line. So Desmond Maxwell makes a nice catch and run after the catch.
Light on his feet, Jerry.
Yeah, nice move. Little flashback to Super Bowl 52 right there. Little Jordan Richards action from Massachusetts.
Don't bring up that name.
Yeah, please.
Coverage.
I'm just trying to get through my own issues with it.
This is probably the biggest Patriot fan and noted Patriot author, Jerry Thornton. How's the book selling?
Very well. It's gotten 5 stars on Amazon right
Excellent.
now. And, it's From Darkness to Dynasty. The first 40 years, the dysfunctional, horrible, hilarious early history of the Patriots. And
See, why didn't you bring one tonight?
I have one.
Do you travel with your books?
I do, because you never know when you're in a situation where a John Meter Perel will say, well, you know, where is your book?
Since you know we're always looking for freebies.
Yeah.
This is true.
That's it. I'm running to the car. I'm going to grab a beer, then I'm going to run to the car, and I'm going to come back.
Are you as apoplectic as most Patriot fans are about their current state on defense?
Yeah, I think they've addressed things. Hold on, I don't want to blow up the play here.
All right, first and 10, 13-yard line. Bain wants to throw. He's going to run. He's at the 10 and goes out of bounds at about the 7. Nice run by Bain.
By the way, I wouldn't trade anybody on the Pirates for anyone on the Mammoths, but having a quarterback named Bain is pretty badass. Take control of your city. We are Gotham's reckoning.
It's almost,
Here to end the borrowed time you've been living on.
it's almost like a made-up. He should have been in the replacements. That should have been Keanu Reeves' name in the replacements.
Turns into 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line after the 5-yard run. 14-7, Maine trying to pad their lead. Here's a toss to the end zone.
Oh, no chance there.
Nope, incomplete.
Good push by Devin Wilson on the defender, John Hardy Tulia, who was covering in the back of the end zone. But no flag on the play.
Flat out, this is fun. It's a great environment here. As long as the Pirates understand this is Massachusetts, we measure success in championships. It's not about enjoying ourselves. It's about victory. It's about crushing these guys under your boots and winning the title.
Well, you're dealing with Mick Montyhoff, who's in Philadelphia in residence.
3rd and 5 from the 8. And now the pass is tipped, incomplete. Pass broken up.
Very good.
In the end zone by
Northington.
Keontae Northington got a hand on it.
Sticky coverage by Keontae Northington, who's been their best defensive back. He has 4 interceptions, so now Maine will have to bring out Henry Nell, the pride of South Africa, named the last South African kicker in the NFL.
Not that guy the Jets had, was it?
I'm bad at geography. Sebastian Janikowski.
Janikowski gave it away. You're close. This guy could be a Hall of Famer, borderline Hall of Famer, former Pittsburgh Steeler and Minnesota Viking. Also a GOAT in a playoff game as well.
Here's the kick on the way by Nell, and this one is good with 41.5 left on the clock.
I stumped him.
Yeah,
it goes to 17-7.
I'll bite Jan Stenerud just to throw out a name. No.
Jan Stenerud.
Yeah.
Yes.
When we do geography and trivia, I say I'm going to the men's room. What do you got?
I'm going to go with Gary Anderson.
Oh, South African.
South African native,
Wow.
Gary Anderson.
Okay, probably Dutch descent. One of that part.
Well, that was
Okay.
Morton Anderson too.
Doggone. Okay.
The kicking Dane.
Guess what? That was good
Another
for
deuce.
another
Wow.
deuce. That is 3 deuces tonight.
He's their
That is
MVP,
a-
Henry
And the
Nell.
score goes 19-7 with 41.5 left on the clock from Nels.
And a 60-yard boot at that. Right?
Right.
Making
Well,
it
yeah.
58 yards.
58.
It's 8. Okay. All right.
So, and here's the other thing.
I'm
Remember, Terry?
always measuring distances bigger than they actually are.
The height is 15 feet. The width is only 9.
Yeah.
So that's how accurate this guy is from 58.
You know what? It might look bigger on TV. In person, it looks like when you were doinking paper triangles between your fingers in a cafeteria.
The old Weymouth High cafeteria.
That's what I did instead of studying, instead of reading books.
1st and 10, 5-yard line with 41.5 on the clock. Pearson goes in motion. They throw to the 10-yard line. That is Gilliard who makes the catch, and he's across the 12 up to about the 14. 30 seconds to go. Gilliard comes in motion this time. Rackett drops back to the 4.
Oh, it's a nice
Looking for
ball.
Gilliard, that's going to be interference. No, they let it go.
Wow.
Wow, good
Kyron
coverage.
Jones.
Jones had him wrapped up as the ball was getting there.
The officials are letting them play, fellas. They have put the whistles away.
It's getting scrappy down there too.
It's going to be 2nd and 2 at the 13 after that incomplete pass. The Pirates would like to get a touchdown on the board here and keep it close as we get close to halftime.
Brackett's been a tick off throughout the night, Mick. Throwing the ball sometimes behind his receiver. It's been an uneven offensive performance, Jerry, for the Pirates in the first half as they're down by 12. And this is not what we're accustomed to seeing from a team who's already scored 285 points this year.
With a 4-1 record, right? I mean,
Right.
Tied for first.
I didn't know what to expect coming in, but I'm glad to hear that this is out of character here.
Pearson goes in motion. Brackett drops back to the 4. He is looking deep for
Stood
Pearson.
into the rush.
He overthrew him. It's incomplete. Once again on the coverage was Jones.
Yep, had to let that play develop and kind of took a little bit of pressure from the inside. Looked like it was a stunt. Stepped into the throw, but I think he took a whack there and just didn't get enough on it.
And Levon Pearson, one of his favorite targets, has had a quiet first half, along with Marty Gilliard for that matter.
True. You know what? Instead of going deep, just get a first down here. You still got plenty of time. You can go out of bounds and stop the clock. So,
well, 21 seconds is plenty of time.
This is where you dial up the wide receiver pass to the quarterback. Actually, wait, no.
That play does work, by the way.
Trauma kick
back. Here comes Brackett. He wants to run. He's got the first down to Moore. He is tackled at the 20-yard line. The clock will stop.
Should. Now it does.
Yeah, they have to put some time back on that.
They should.
12.1 should be about 13.
+7 for Brackett. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Brown's going in high motion to the right. Single coverage on him. Brackett rolls to the right. Once he get the first down, he is slammed into the boards at the 25-yard line. 5-yard gain, but he took a price on that one with 9.1 on the clock.
But that's the gritty, gutty shot. Brackett rolling out of the pocket. Outstanding agility. And he took a lick from Nico Sierra. But like Jerry Thornton, when he goes down in the Barstool Sports Studios, he gets back up.
Can I say this about my man Brackett? We went into the locker room, was with Scott Zolak and Adam Raycroft, and he seemed to know who I was. I think he's a Barstool fan. I take it, and he shook my hand on the field.
And that's an Ivy League educated kid who's
a stoolie from
on
way
Barstool.
back. Yep.
2nd and 6, 24-yard line. Brackett sees the pocket breaking down. He's sacked back at the 9.
Your suggestion, Meter, is that we only appeal to the uneducated?
No, I would never say that. And that unfortunately kills your drive at the end of the first half. And a tenacious Mammoths team playing perhaps their last reserve with so many players injured, they still have stunned the Pirates in the first half, leading by 12 points.
Jared Washington and the defense has done a great job of slowing down the Pirates, as this is their lowest output in a half this season.
28-3 Pirates, 28-3.
Jerry Thornton,
hey,
pleasure, my friend.
Fellas, it's not lost on me that the Celtics are 4 games away from going to the finals, and the Red Sox have the best record in baseball. Nevertheless, it is really fun to see football again. And this is a great brand, and you guys are doing a terrific job. I've enjoyed this game. I've enjoyed the heck out of my visit. I hope I didn't jibber jabber too much.
No.
Mr. T don't have time for your jibber jabber. But you guys are doing a terrific job. Continued success to the whole operation, and to you guys in particular.
Come back. Don't be a stranger.
Absolutely not.
Thanks, Jerry.
Never keep me
And
out.
good luck with the Boston Podcast Network, who we're both part of.
And next time, I want to see that book.
He's coming. He's bringing the book back.
And 5 Rings is coming out at the beginning of the football season. I will never shut up about that one.
All right.
Excellent. Jerry Thornton from Barstool, and of course an outstanding author as well. We thank him and Scott Zolak for joining us in the booth. Halftime hits the DCU Center as the Maine Mammoths lead the Massachusetts Pirates 19-7. We'll come back with the second half on NESN. Also, you're listening to 98.9 Nash Icon.
Massachusetts Pirates football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season, and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to summertime pro football, log on to masspirates.football.com today.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
And welcome back to the halftime show on NESN as the Massachusetts Pirates are in a dogfight against last place Maine. They trail 19-7. And guys, as we look at the highlights, the one touchdown for the Pirates was a Deshaun Johnson 1-yard plunge.
Yeah, and you don't expect to see a lot of 1-yard dives in the Arena League meet when you come here to watch it. And having a 6'4", 300-pound fullback that's able to get downhill and get into the end zone is a nice luxury to have close to the goal line.
And Mick, they're going to need more of that in the second half because the Maine Mammoths certainly have a lot of momentum.
Not only do they have momentum, but they have an outstanding kicker in Henry Nell, who accounted for 2 field goals, 3 deuces, and an extra point. So if you add it all up, that's 13 points out of your kicker. Now, I know you're not a big fan of the kicker.
Yeah, you're doing the whole kicker as a weapon thing, Mick. I don't know if I can really buy that one. That's a tough one to swallow.
He's a Swiss Army knife.
He was the difference in the first half for sure.
He absolutely was. And, you know, he's making South Africa proud with all his scoring prowess here in the first half.
Yes, he is. So some work to do for the first place Mass Pirates. Can they get it done? We'll find out in the second half as they trail at halftime.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to summertime pro football, log on to masspirates.football.com today.
And welcome back to the DCU Center for the start of the second half. Alongside Scott Mutryn and Mick Monninghoff, I'm John Meade-Perrell. Good to have you with us. Hope you've enjoyed it thus far as Ali Mortada will kick it off from the goal line for the Pirates. From right to left, it's a line drive. It hits off the wall. Taken out of the end zone by Brown. And a big-time stick on the near side wall. Wow, what a shot by Demetrius McNeil out of Auburn. Also Nick Haig applying pressure. And what was a bit of a rock fight in the first half, an inability of the Pirates to establish any sort of offensive momentum, Mick Monninghoff, and now they have to play defense first. And it's going to be an uphill battle against a Maine team who desperately needs a win.
The thing that really sticks out to me is the Pirates are only down by 12, but it feels like a lot more than that because they really just didn't generate any offense in that first half.
And Jonathan Bain had his share of success, the Maine quarterback, dropping back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He fires one, bobbled, and picked off by the Pirates. Keontae Northington at the 20-yard line of Maine. It was a bobbled attempt of the reception by Devontae Jenkins. And Keontae Northington has his team-high 5th interception of the season. So that's exactly what the Pirates needed, Scott.
I'm going to put on my prognosticator hat right now, and I think we're going to see another review challenge here, guys. Ball was bobbled heading out of bounds. I think there's going to be a potential for a review just because of the nature of this, and with a score and with the change of field position, I suspect that you're going to see a challenge from Maine.
James Fuller, head coach, is on the field, and now he throws the red flag. 13-16 remaining in the third quarter. The Mammoths lead the Pirates 19-7. Tony Marcello, referee, has confirmed it is a interception for the Pirates and Keontae Northington, so they have the ball at the 19 of Maine.
Pack up the babies, grab the old ladies, and everyone goes for a Pirate first down.
There you go. See, way to believe. Neil can do anything. He covers a multitude of things.
You think I didn't know this?
You guys are playing. You're playing on another level right now.
See, you're watching the replay. Look at that. Hand, head, tip, leg sweep. What a great concentration there.
Brackett out of the pocket, thrown to the end zone. It's picked off at the goal line. Look out. Past the 15 to the 20 on the far side barrier. Robert Brown Jr. picked it off with multiple flags thrown, but Brackett throwing into coverage, and baiting him was Robert Brown at the goal line as Brackett rolled out to his right.
And Brackett has been using his feet a lot. He used it a lot at the end of the half to try to create some offense. I think you're going to get a rough in the passer call here. 2 full steps taken after the ball was delivered, so it's Massachusetts going to hold on to the football and probably getting a little better field position.
Holding 77 offense, personal foul defense, those penalties offset, first down.
Massachusetts lives to fight another day.
Offsetting penalties.
You wonder, with all of these breaks that Massachusetts has had in this game and the inability to take advantage of them, it's one of those things when you let the lesser team hang around, the more and more you let them hang around, the more and more they start believing that they can win.
Oh, yeah.
And then a game that you're supposed to win turns into a dogfight.
Yeah, I'm sure they were jacked up and energized in the locker room at halftime as James Fuller spoke to us before the game saying, we just need some confidence. We need that first win. They have one, but they have to get another one to get back going in the right direction.
And that's what Amir Ishmael told us. He goes, the Pirates are sitting on the precipice of a breakout game. It just can't be against us.
Right. Offsetting penalties, a hold against the Pirates and a unnecessary roughness against Maine. Brackett back to throw, throwing to the end zone. LeVon Pearson, he comes down, got it, touchdown, left corner of the end zone. Good throw by Brackett, and Pearson has his first score of the night. So the Pirates are back in it.
Brackett does a nice job here getting some depth in his drop, which allows this play to work downfield a little more.
6'3" target out of the University of Tennessee. Mortada for the extra point. No good. Wide right. If you haven't checked it out yet, they'll be back home Memorial Day weekend, May 26th, and that's when we'll be back on for our next broadcast, but it's well worth the trip to Worcester.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, then they're going to be playing Jacksonville, who won it all last season. They already have a win over Jacksonville this season, so it'd be a nice chance to come out and see two really good football teams, and hopefully you got a team that's still undefeated at home.
I like the aspect of the musical collection that they throw in between plays. They cover all the gamuts, so I really like that aspect as well.
Mortada going for the deuce, and it's good. He got it. Good call, Mick. They go for the deuce, Sonali Mortada, 58-yarder, and it's 1915 Mammoths. That's the 7th deuce of the year for the Pride of Assumption College. Nick Haig and Pasquale Vacchio, the linebackers, short drop by Bain, picked off by Cheatham Norrells at the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Norrells inside the 5, reaching for the goal line. There's a flag down at the 15-yard line. Cheatham Norrells playing center field to pick it off and hit before he reached the end zone. So Bain facing some pressure.
After the interception, legal block in the back, number 47 on the return team. That's a 10-yard penalty, first down, Massachusetts.
Well, it's a penalty against Nick Haig, illegal block in the back. Haig, the Pirates linebacker, so they would have had the ball inside the 5, and now it's at midfield at the 25-yard line with 11:01 remaining in the third quarter. And good point, Scott Mutryn, about the second half progress of the Pirates this year. They've outscored the opposition 175 to 96, or check that, 165 to 96.
And a great job just getting Jonathan Bain uncomfortable, moving him around in the pocket and making him throw that ball before he was ready to throw it. And now you're starting the second half with 2 turnovers in a row.
Deep drop by Brackett, gunning for the end zone, and Devin Brown going up for it, and it ricochets off the wall. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Kyron Jones. Sticky coverage on Devin Brown on the right corner of the end zone. He manipulated the wall perfectly as Brown could not come down with a ricochet. So now momentum points for the Maine Mammoths, Mick.
Kyron Jones steps up and delivers another pick. So we have had 3 successive interceptions here in this third quarter. And there was one that hit the receiver, hit the defender, hit the wall, was still in play, and Jones right there to pick it off.
Well, Bain will send Devin Wilson in motion, and he fires across the middle. It's batted away. Nick Hague got a hand on it. Hague has had an industrious game again out of Worcester and Assumption. He was in the New York Giants camp a couple years ago.
Hague with a good job reading the quarterback's eyes. Sees Jonathan Bain trying to get that underneath crossing route, follows him, and then gets his hands up and knocks it down. It's a good job. They say as a pass rusher, if you're not able to get to the quarterback, the next best thing you could do is get in his line of sight and lift your hands up.
Under 10 to play in the third quarter. Second down and 10 from the 5 of the Mammoths, and an errant screen pass deflected off the hand of Devontae Jenkins. He couldn't bring down a high pass at the 5-yard line, so now it's 3rd and 10. And the production from Jonathan Bain hasn't been there in the last couple throws.
Well, you can see that he's struggling in his mannerisms after the throw is showing of a quarterback that's just looking for a completion, and he's really kind of fighting himself right now and not very confident in the way the ball's coming out of his hand.
The first 2 times these teams played to start the season, the Pirates had 8 stops. We're looking at a big 3rd down here.
Yep. And 3rd down and 10 from their 5. Deep drop in the end zone. Here comes the rush by Nick Hague as he plants Jonathan Bain at the goal line, but there's multiple flags as the Pirates may have been offsides. There's also Kalen Burnett coming in to harass Jonathan Bain.
Offsides,
Burnett, big defensive lineman.
defense. 5-yard penalty.
It is offsides against the Pirates. 5-yard penalty with 9:01 left in the third quarter.
And that's a big penalty because you get a stop there where you're forcing Maine to either go for a kick or go for it deep in their own territory, and now you give them another chance. Shortened down, it's 3rd and 5 now instead of 4th and 10. That's a big momentum change, and Massachusetts has been on the lucky side of these momentum changing plays throughout the game so far. You just kind of hope that this isn't something that comes back to bite them.
Man in motion, back to throw Bain. He's going to air it out towards the left sideline and incomplete in the end zone for Edgar Poe. Good coverage by Cheatham Norrells, but a lot of air under the pass by Jonathan Bain. It'll be a 4th down and 5 for the Mammoths.
Well, here comes that defensive stop we talked about now. I don't see Henry Nell on the field, so they're going to go for the 1st down.
And Nell has outstanding range. He's accounted for 13 of their 19 points. But it will be 4th and 5, Mick, from their 10-yard line. And the man in motion set. Devin Wilson, pump fake, rushes on, throw caught by Poe, past the 20 to the 24. He's got a 1st down, but as they're coming back, there's a flag down at the 18 as Bain found the open Edgar Poe up the left wall. Looks like it might be against the Pirates.
It looks like it's going to be interference, and Massachusetts, obviously Maine's going to decline the penalty. Good job by Jonathan Bain, climbing into the pocket, allowing his throwing lane to clear itself. Didn't force the ball downfield, knew he only needed 5 yards to move the sticks. And sometimes a 1st down for a struggling quarterback is the best thing that you can have happen. A nice easy throw out into the flat.
Penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
Allows Maine to move the sticks.
And the thing that really stands out is the fact that Poe's been able to get open when he needs to, which is kind of irregular against this Pirates secondary.
The give now to Maxwell. He gets hit at the 23 of the Pirates. Quick hitter underneath. Kalen Burnett stopped him, and he's on the ground. Injury timeout with 7:18 remaining in the third quarter, and the Pirates trailing Maine 19-15. On 2nd and 6, Bain, the short drop, and he fires it to the barrier, incomplete. Edgar Poe cut to the inside, and Bain threw it to the outside right.
Jonathan Bain just looks like he's really struggling right now. It's a real grind for him. You can see the apprehension when he drops back to pass, and it's even worse as he's letting the ball go because he's starting to not trust himself. And that, as a quarterback, is a tough thing to overcome. If you're not trusting yourself when you're throwing the ball and you have second guessing yourself or self-doubt, that's a tough thing to overcome, and you got to really work your way through it, but it's a really tough thing to do in the middle of a game.
Bain unleashes, and it's incomplete at the 10-yard line. They call an incomplete pass as Devin Wilson was the intended target at the 8, and that was another wobbly throw. And it looks like they're going to go for it. 4th down and 6 as Maine moves left to right. Man in motion is Devin Wilson. Deep drop. And he flicks it, and it's incomplete at the 9-yard line, intended for Devontae Jenkins. Keontae Northington in coverage to help disrupt the concentration of Jenkins, and a turnover on downs. A big-time stand for the Pirates defense.
And the other thing that really happened there is that Devin Wilson was the man in high motion, and the Pirates jammed him at the line of scrimmage. So they actually took away the high motion man.
And another thing that you watch there, and this is a credit to the Massachusetts defensive staff, is had seen a lot of the shallow cross. Nick Hag drops into the shallow cross area where Jonathan Bain has to throw it over Nick Hag's head to get it over there, and he kind of anticipated the route. A tougher throw, doesn't get to stand in there and deliver it on the line, has to throw it with some touch. Good credit to the defensive, scouting and knowing to be in that position on a 4th down big play.
Pearson, the man in high motion for Brackett, aims for Pearson inside the 5. He's got it at the 4. Good throw by Sean Brackett. Kyron Jones on the stop. That was a money ball by Brackett with a clean pocket.
The good thing about that throw is that the defender was behind Pearson, and the ball was not overthrown. So the easy catch by the receiver, who has basically the clear path to the ball.
Yeah, Pearson's done a nice job on these over routes in the last 2 times, the one for the touchdown and this route, using his body, his 6'3" frame to keep the defensive back on his back and not able to go through him for the breakup.
23-yard pass. Toss sweep to Deshaun Johnson, who scored in the first half. This time he's stymied at the 3. Good pursuit by the defense, led by Henderson, a defensive lineman, and Maxwell. 4:07 remaining in the 3rd quarter as Maine leads the Pirates 19-15. It will be a 2nd and goal at the 3.
I'll tell you, there's something about seeing a 6'4", 300-pound fullback catching a toss sweep, getting out in the old, stage right, stage left on right there. I don't think that's what Vince Lombardi had drawn up when he was running his power sweep for the Packers back in the day.
Sam Rutigliano should have gone with Big Daddy Hairston in the backfield. Bring your Browns boys back. Here's the quarterback keeper by Brackett over the top, touchdown. Sean Brackett. Outstanding elusiveness and showing some ups to cross the goal line as the Pirates grab their first lead of the night. It was a sled pull, but they're on the board again. Brackett with the 3-yard scamper.
And he had some ups. Good air time and hang time for Brackett. And there goes some dollar bills into the crowd as well. We saw some of that last week. So they're showing us the money here at the DCU Center tonight.
Making it rain out here tonight, boys. This is an old student body left. Quarterback sweep. Use your 6'4", 300-pound fullback in Deshaun Johnson as a lead blocker, and Sean Brackett doing the smart thing, get behind those big fellas, and then at the last minute, jump, get airborne, and cross the goal line to give the Massachusetts Pirates a lead.
And Maxwell upended him. Mortada with the extra point. And some chippiness after the kick is good to extend the Pirates' lead to 22-19. Ali Mortada to a right to left kickoff, sails out of bounds. So a touchback. And it will be Mammoths football with 2:27 remaining in the 3rd quarter as they trail 22-19. And James Fuller probably trying to figure out this chess match here, Mick, with Amir Ismail and his defensive crew. As they look like they've made a conscious effort in the 2nd half to swarm to the ball. Bain, a screen caught by Edgar Poe, gets hit past the 10 at the 11-yard line at the wall. No challenges remaining for Maine after they just burned a timeout.
Yeah, not ideal to have 1:23 left in the 3rd and not have a timeout for the rest of the game. And then you lose the challenge aspect of it. And there's already been a couple challenges today that have been teetering in close plays. You just kind of get that feeling that it's one of those nights that's going to come back to bite them. Whether it's time they need to stop the clock or there's going to be another play that they're not going to have the opportunity to challenge. Put that one in the memory bank.
Yeah, that's big time. Oh, fumbled exchange, ball loose. Vacchio diving on it. Pirates football at the 11 of Maine. Jonathan Maine under his center. Dallas could not come up with the snap. And Pascal Vacchio, the beneficiary, as the Pirates capitalize.
Peter, I talk about this play all the time. It's the most basic thing in football, the quarterback-center exchange. And if you can't get that down, you can't even run a play. And the fact of the matter is you waste a timeout, then the first play you come out here and you fumble the most basic premise of football, the quarterback-center exchange. And as a quarterback, it is on you to get that football. You do not blame the center. That's always the quarterback's fault. I was taught that for ever since I can imagine. And to mess something up like that is that's a tough break.
Hand off to Deshaun Johnson inside the 10 to the 7. So he picks up 4 before he was tackled by Marte Maddox. But you're right, Scott. That is extremely unfortunate for Jonathan Bain, and he'll hear about it.
Oh, and you want to talk about a coach's nightmare and something like that. When that happens in a game, the next practice, granted practice time is quite valuable, you're going to see the quarterback and the center out there taking snaps. It's
just what you want to do to spend 3 hours.
No
right?
way.
44 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Deep drop by Brackett at the 14. Rushes on. He flicks it to the end zone right corner. Incomplete. Intended for Devin Brown, where Kyron Jones was in coverage.
You know, 2 things that come out of that. Dallas Jackson just joined the club this week, so he's a new center. So you got some of that to deal with. The other thing is, you got to realize the Pirates are breathing down your neck because that's the 3rd turnover now in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. And turnovers and third down conversions are something that's going to be staples to any coach's meeting that they talk about. If you can win those battles, you're going to end up winning it on the scoreboard more often than not.
And that incompletion will be our final play of the third quarter. So the Pirates in business. They've scored 15 unanswered to take a 22-19 lead, and they'll have the ball to start the fourth quarter at the 7-yard line of Maine. Come on back for the fourth quarter in our final 15. Pirates 22, Mammoths 19. You're watching Pirates football on NESN and listening on 98.9 Nash Icon.
Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to summertime pro football, log on to masspirates.football.com today.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
And welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter at the DCU Center, where the Pirates lead the Mammoths 22-19. Here's Mick Mingerhoff.
3rd and 6 at the 7-yard line. Pass at the 1. They say it's caught by Gilliard right on the 1-yard line. It will be 1st and goal.
That's a close one. I think Marty Gilliard may have caught that one in the end zone. That may be a touchdown or at least something worth looking at.
Well, you got a player down in Fred Ruff, offensive lineman. I have not seen a challenge flag yet, but Gilliard made the catch right at the goal line.
That is close.
Really close.
When you see it there, and the thing that you have to remember is the goal line is just something you just need to touch. It doesn't need it all, just a part of the ball needs to touch that goal line. Not the whole thing. I think this might be a review, because as Marty Gilliard catches it, He's right past the 98.5 sign.
Yeah, and his body is in the end zone.
The question of where the ball is. Coach Ishmael is going to kind of play your guy's hand and say, I'm not going to waste my challenge here because it's probably not indisputable evidence to change it around.
And you got to play the percentages, Mick. First and goal at the 1.
Yeah, you're going to have 4 shots to go 1 yard.
I'm just saying, stuff happens.
So Deshaun Johnson, the fullback, Brackett going to take it himself up and over for the touchdown. For Brackett, his second rushing touchdown of the night. That's his 3rd on the season, and the Pirates tack on 6 more.
You're going to have a Maine team that has got to be mentally debilitated at the moment, thinking, what do we need to do to figure out a way to win this game? Because now the Pirates have scored 21 unanswered, pending the extra point.
28-19 with Mortada on for the extra point out of the hold of John Hardy Tullio. Here's his snap, placement down, kick on the way. This one looks good from here. It is.
Yep.
29-19. Hey, guess what? Down by 12 at the half, now up by 10 of the Pirates with 13:31 to play. That ball hit the scoreboard. It's going to go to the 20-yard line. I think that, although it didn't help him in this case, that Coach Ishmael may want to rethink. If it goes off the scoreboard, maybe keep it in play, because then if you fall on it, it's recovering an onside kick.
It's a heck of an onside kick.
Otherwise, the last time it bounced around the 20, you might have got it there as well.
Yeah.
So you got that home field advantage.
Let's be honest, I think Ali Mortada needs to put the 60-degree wedge in the bag and maybe go with a 56 or a 52. A little too much height on these last couple. Take a little of the height off, maybe club down a little bit, try to cut through the wind.
Line drives.
There you go.
You know I can do that, dude.
Into the woods, yes, I know you can.
There you go. First and 10.
Into the creek, into the woods.
20-yard line for
Into the
Jonathan
rough.
Bain. Their offense has stymied here in the second half. Here's a quick toss to Poe, makes the catch, gain of about 2 yards as Poe makes the reception, and it is Cheatham Norrells on the tackle.
Well, Edgar Poe is not the Raven, but he sure is a main target here for Jonathan Bain. Jonathan Bain has felt very comfortable getting the ball to Poe on the perimeter and is kind of his go-to guy when he needs a completion. And you notice that, and that's something for the Massachusetts defensive staff to take note of and maybe someone to take away.
Well, that's because he and Wilson are the most established receivers that he has in his arsenal. On 2nd and 7 at the 23, Bain steps up in the pocket, now throws underneath. It's tipped, intercepted by Norrells. Norrells has the interception at the 25-yard line. It ricocheted off of Devin Wilson, and Cheatham Norrells makes the catch for the 3rd interception of the night for the Pirates.
You know what? You got to give credit for that interception. It was an outstanding pick by Norrells, but Bill Valval caused the pressure, and that harassed Bain enough to hold on to the ball a tick longer than he should have. And number 73 on your screen caused the flush pocket.
Yeah, and Bain probably put a little too much mustard on that. And because of that, ideally, you want to probably throw that with a little more touch, but then you get the deflection ball that bounces off 2 arms and then gets picked off. Anytime as a quarterback, when you see a ball deflected, even if it's your own receiver, more often than not, it ends up in the wrong hands.
It's about a 6-yard return for Norrells, who now has 2 interceptions on the night. 1st and 10, 24-yard line for Brackett and company. And here is Pearson in high motion, looking his way, now goes underneath, complete to Brown at the 15, Brown to the 10, spins off and is down at the 10-yard line as Jones brought him down.
And you know what, guys, is if you're Maine right now, you just got to feel like, what tidal wave has hit us here in the second half? We were playing well in the first half, and now all of a sudden, this Massachusetts team, they woke up a sleeping giant, and Massachusetts has just been on fire here in the second half.
It is 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Brackett had a man jump off, got back in time. Handoff goes to Johnson, lost a yard, back to the 11.
So that's why I said I'd rather see a short pass, maybe another poco route, a post corner route, instead of getting caught for a loss. Miko Sierra was right up in his grill.
Gilliard goes wide to the far side. Brown more in a slot. Now Brown will come in motion. Brackett, three-step drop, goes to Brown. He almost made a one-hand catch. It was deflected, incomplete. He had coverage on him and Kyron Jones, but he almost came down with it.
You know, I'd like to see Devin Brown on this route here as he's the motion man. He's running a little option route based on the leverage of the defensive back that's playing in there. He's gone inside a majority of the day today. Be nice for him to put his foot in the ground and break that back out, because on the front side there you have a guy running a fade route. That's going to clear a lot of real estate outside the numbers, gives you some more room to operate.
Brown in motion. Brackett looking to Gilliard at the 10. Gilliard spins off a tackle, leans forward, gets down to about the 7-yard line.
Good coverage by Marty Maddox. So they come up and make the initial hit. And Gilliard didn't have any real estate, Mute, because they swarmed to the ball.
Yeah, and you know, you already talk about the red zone. It's already condensed to begin with. Now it's even more condensed because it's not as wide. You don't have a lot of room to operate, so you got to be quick and you got to find it right away, because holding on to the ball is not going to help you.
Ali Mortada will get a chance to kick. They're going to place it at the 16, 24-yard attempt. (29-19) with 8:28 to play, and here's a 24-yard attempt by Mortada. Placement down. Here comes the kick on the way, and this one is no good. Score remains 29-19 Pirates with 8:17 to play.
The momentum game shifts again to Maine. We had said this could be a knockout punch drive.
Wilson will be in motion, 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. Bain on a 3-step drop. He is looking for Wilson. He's got him deep, but just overthrew him. He was at the 5. The ball was coming down at about the 3.
Well, fortunately for Massachusetts, Jonathan Bain has not been on point in this second half. And I know Jerry used this in the first half, but I don't know if the League of Shadows can help him out here, getting some completions here in the second half. But he definitely looks a little bit startled and a little bit, kind of uncomfortable back there. A tribute to the Massachusetts defense, but he just doesn't look comfortable throwing the football there when you got someone open on a deep shot route like that. You can't miss by 5 yards on that. Got to be able to complete those when they present themselves, because they don't get to do that all the time.
Here is Poe in high motion. It is a lateral pass complete to Jenkins. He is upended at the 6. Only a gain of 1 on the play.
Deontay Northington upending Devontae Jenkins, and the rangy linebacker Tavares as well over there. Dantzler to make the stop.
Dantzler does a nice job rallying to the ball and gang tackling there. Massachusetts really flying to the ball, and even if the first guy's missing, you've seen a lot of 2nd and 3rd tackles.
Poe comes wide to the near side. This will be Devin Wilson in motion. Bain goes back to throw underneath, complete, 1st down yardage up to about the 17-yard line for Wilson.
High percentage throw.
Yeah, there you go. Brought down by Tulia.
Isn't that what you're looking for, Mute?
Yeah, Devin Wilson does a good job of knowing where he's at on the field and where the sticks are. He got literally a yard past the sticks, ensure them 1st down, played off the defensive back, and then found a little soft spot right there as you watch as Devin Wilson comes and attacks the line of scrimmage, gets there, sits, and provides a little bit of an alley for Bain to find him right there and get the 1st down, another set of downs.
Here's Jenkins in motion on 1st down. Bain flushed out, rolls to his right. He's throwing deep to the end zone. This ball's too far, incomplete. It was intended for Poe, but good coverage on him by Northington in the end zone.
Pliability for Edgar Poe as he bounced right back up like Gumby.
Yeah, he was lucky he was into his own bench. I think his guys helped him like a guy going into the 3rd base dugout in baseball. They didn't let him go head over tea kettle right there. But you know, when you're Jonathan Bain today and you're struggling and you're under some pressure here, the guy you're going for is Poe. That's been your go-to guy all game. You have some familiarity with him. Give him a chance to make a play. He overthrew it a little bit, but still a chance to go up and get the ball, and you never know what happens. If you catch it and you fall out of bounds, he's still a big player touchdown.
Every game we've seen the Pirates play, their secondary is gaining more confidence. Cheatham Norrells is one of those guys. He had deep coverage on him.
Once again, it is Brown in motion. The quarterback scrambling away. There's a flag on the play as Bain crosses the 20 to the 21-yard line. And that was Darrell Render on the tackle.
Usually in this situation, when that flag's thrown, it's a holding of some sort. Now, it may be a defensive holding, but that judge that throws it, it's usually in the area of holding.
Legal defense, number 47. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Did he call a penalty on
Nick Hague?
Nick Hague, improper alignment.
Yep. Drifted. Drifting is not allowed in the Arena League.
And that turns into a first down.
I was going to say that Nick Hague read the snap count. There's a reason why.
Yeah, and now you're looking when it's a 10-point game, 5:09 left. Maine doesn't have any timeouts left, guys. Remember now, when you're trailing, you don't have any timeouts left. Now the clock becomes a serious adversary to you right now. Maine's got to show some tempo here to get in and out of the huddle.
Devontae Jenkins in motion. Underneath, it goes to the fullback. The catch is made by Maxwell. He gets up to the 20-yard line, so he's a little shy of the first down. And good coverage and tackle by Kalen Burnett.
Maxwell's shown a good ability to catch the ball coming out of the backfield. He's done a nice job using his hands and being able to find almost a little safety valve.
Yeah,
for
he's
Bain.
playing both ways. He's the old Iron Man tonight, playing offense and defense. A traditional feature of the Arena League.
I love the Iron Man.
Actually, that was Dantzler on the tackle. Now here's a quick toss. Oh, he had Brown open in a tight window. Decent throw by Bain that time, but it goes off the hands of Wilson and incomplete.
He was lucky that Cheatham Norrells overran the pass as he was cutting back in coverage to help the deep coverage applied by John Hardy Tulia.
It looks like Bain was trying to hit Wilson almost on a back shoulder route there, and just a little too much to the back shoulder right there. And Wilson wasn't able to adjust and get his hands on that ball, try to catch it with his pads. Not the ideal thing to do.
3rd and 4 to 21. This is a big play here for Maine. With 3:49 remaining, Wilson goes in motion. Double pump fake. Now he airs it out for Poe, who makes the catch for the touchdown. Wow, that ball was going over the wall, and somehow Poe elongated himself, reached over the wall, made the catch, and brought it back for 6.
That is an unbelievable catch by Edgar Poe. I mean, he climbed the proverbial ladder and then stayed in bounds nonetheless. Massachusetts, Hardy Tulio went head over tea kettle out of bounds. He got lost in the crowd. He was almost a take-home for people on the bench there.
He was, and he was waiting for the ball to come down. He overran it. He didn't anticipate the ball well, didn't track it well. And Poe did, though, like Mookie Betts or Mike Trout on the warning track, brought it back in, and spectacular body control to make this Sports Center highlight top 10 worthy catch.
This game's not over by a long shot.
Oh, no. Plenty more to come.
Not with 2:58 to play.
John Malkovich had it right in Rounders when he's talking about Matt Damon's character. Hanging around. The more you let people hang around, the more likely they could come back to get you. I was going to do the Russian accent to it. It's like more the hanging around. But that's, they go onside
kick. And the up man handles it. That is Keontae Northington. So Northington, who has an interception tonight, now comes up with the onside kick recovery. And that is big for the Pirates.
Interesting call, because if you go for the deuce and get it, then you're a 1-point game. Then if you stop Massachusetts, then you have the opportunity for a field goal to win it for you. But obviously, Maine feels the best thing that they can do is get the ball back as soon as possible. So it's a good call. It's an aggressive call. You leave it in the hands of your defense and make a big play, and you just don't know what can happen now.
Yeah, usually inside 2 minutes, you chase points in the Arena League, but the clock is not the friend of James Fuller, the Maine coach. So he has to be even more aggressive now, and that's why that decision was made to onside kick.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. for the Pirates. Brackett with a 3-step drop. He's looking down the middle. This ball is deflected, incomplete. It was intended for Brown in the end zone, and a nice pass breakup by Kyron Jones. Jones played a pretty good game tonight, especially since he had to leave his linebacker spot and go back in the secondary.
Hands down their best defensive back tonight.
Yeah, Devin Brown, a nice route here. Does a good job creating some separation. Sean Brackett probably wants to have that throwback. If he throws that out a little more out front there, that's an opportunity for a touchdown for Devin Brown.
I think it was too slow as an elongated motion by Brackett.
Brown goes in motion, single coverage on him. He's on the left. Brackett looks down the middle. Now it goes to the near side. Caught. Pearson, touchdown! Pearson was open as the third receiver. And it was almost like you saw the progression. Look outside, look down the middle, get my check down on the near side for 6.
And there's a busted coverage by Maine.
This is where the second guess comes in to give the Pirates an onside kick. And inside the 15-yard line, they're set up in outstanding field position. And with a quarterback like Sean Brackett, they can take advantage of that easily.
Mortada with the extra point here with 1 minute on the clock. Here's his kick. It's on the way, and this one is good. 36-26.
They have been known as team second half of the National Arena League, and with good reason. 29 points in the second half for the Pirates. They've outscored the Mammoths 29-7.
Big night for Pearson as he has 2 touchdown catches as well. Here's the kick by Mortada. He was trying for the deuce, missed it. You know, we talk about the offense, but tonight, 3 big plays by the Pirates.
The
Actually 4.
Terrific,
They've had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble recovery by Vacchio.
Extremely aggressive.
1st and 10, 20-yard line with 59 seconds left. Bain under pressure is going to be hit as he throws the football. It's going to be incomplete. There is a flag at the 25-yard line.
Illegal defense, Massachusetts. Jack was out of the box. That's a 5-yard penalty, first down.
Second time that's happened here, and it's tough. It's like Massachusetts, they know Maine's forced to throw it, and they're trying to get in coverage while still maintaining the parameters of the rules.
And the red challenge flag is on the field. Amir Ismail will challenge.
Massachusetts is challenging the call on the field that the quarterback had gone out of the pocket prior to the Jack leaving the box.
Well, and here's the reason for the challenge. He's saying that the quarterback was out of the pocket, thus the linebacker can move.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The Jack had left the box prior to the quarterback going out.
So it looks like the ball's going to stay at the 25-yard line.
So it was
He was out of the box.
Blitz by Dantzler.
Pirates lead it 36-26 with 52 seconds left. Maine with the ball square at midfield. Bain sends Robert Brown in high motion. Bain's looking down the middle, complete the Poe at the 10, takes it across the 10 down to about the 6. Nice catch and run by Edgar Poe.
And surprise, Jonathan Bain going to Poe when he needs a big play. Nice job by Bain standing in there and delivering the ball to Poe down the field. A nice chunk of yardage up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Ball at the 7. Bain sees things breaking downhill. Will throw this away about 20 rows back.
Lucky fan, nice catch on the ricochet by a nice young man up there sitting with his mom. What a great grab on the ricochet by that young man.
Good pass rush again by the Pirates, bringing the heat on Jonathan Bain. You got nothing to lose. Leading by 10 with 28.7 seconds remaining inside the 1-minute warning. And no timeouts remaining for the Mammoth.
2nd and goal, 7-yard line.
Or as J.J. Raddick might say,
The
Mamai.
The Mamai.
Yes, he texted me earlier today. Make sure you say the Mamai.
I did not know that. I'm enlightened.
Back to throw is Bain, and he steps up in a pocket. Pump fake, he's running to the 5. Oh, he was stood up at the 2-yard line, took a massive hit. And that was that Vecchio? Yes,
Yes, it was.
Maine's got to hustle the line of scrimmage or time's going to run out here.
8 seconds on the clock, and they'll spike it, and stop the clock with 5.6 to go.
I just looked at Scott Mutryn, Mick, and he was shaking his head because you did not like the decision by Bain to run the ball.
I don't mind his decision to run the ball right there, but as you watch, he breaks contain, he climbs in the pocket. I think he has Devin Wilson, but right here he's got to stay outside, get to the perimeter, and jump for that. So at worst, you're knocked out of bounds. For him to hesitate and cut back into where pursuit's coming, nothing good's going to come from that. Get to the perimeter. At worst, you're knocked out of bounds and the clock stopped. At best, you get into the end zone.
Third and, well, now fourth now.
Now you cost yourself a down as well because you have to use the spike.
4th and goal at the 3, and I heard a whistle. That play's not going to count. Was blown dead. Timeout taken by Maine.
Prior to snap, timeout Massachusetts.
Timeout taken by, by Massachusetts.
Third and final charge timeout.
My mistake.
.1 remaining.
Pirates are going to go to 5-1 on the season.
What a start. What a start. Great momentum for them as they have a huge game coming up next week, and then they're back home on May 26th.
And the thing to point out is the fact that they've come from 15 points down and 12 points down in back-to-back weeks in the second half. That's pretty impressive.
It's not a recipe in how you want to have sustained success, but it's a lot of confidence that this team doesn't panic when they get down. And their ability to know and trust themselves and be able to compete and get after it, and trust themselves to know that no lead is safe for their opponents. It's something to be said about that. That confidence for a football team is it's tough to shake. Good and bad.
They just added 3.5 seconds, Mick, so there's 5.6 seconds left. And a 4th down and goal at the 2 for Maine.
4th and goal. Here comes Devin Wilson in motion, and they throw to the goal line. Poe, touchdown catch with 2.1 on the clock. Well, nice night tonight by Poe with another touchdown grab.
He's done a great job on the acrobatic side, on the underneath side. He's been a jack of all trades for them in the receiving end. He's done a lot of damage. Maine's in this game because of Edgar Poe.
So now it's 36-32 with 3.7 seconds left.
So you get the extra point, makes it 36-33. You're going to have to onside because you can't get a deuce to tie it. That's why that extra point was huge. You're welcome.
Yep.
You onside, kick it, hopefully recover. You might have an opportunity to kick a field goal or a drop kick. The old drop kick, you get points for that.
Here is Nell. He's going to try the drop kick. It is on the way, and this one is good. That is the first drop kick I have seen in Arena Bowl.
There hasn't been one, I think, in 11 years in all arena leagues.
And now,
so now it's a 2-point game because that's worth 2 points on the drop kick.
And as we said, Henry Nell from South Africa used to play rugby. The drop kick is part of the repertoire of rugby.
Correct.
So it's all coming full circle. They're going to leave it on his foot now. Let's see if he goes to deuce.
He gets a deuce. We're looking at overtime.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And this was what
free football
Amir Ismail was worried about. He knew that they were going to play them to the final bell, even though they were trailing late in this ball game. The scrappy Maine Mammoths have come back and got in this game.
That's a skill, the drop kick, by the way.
This opens up a whole new recruiting area for NAL coaches.
South Africa.
Go South Africa.
How about this? You get a rugby player that actually plays the game as well as kicks.
Who's the last NFL kicker to play in South Africa?
That would be Doug Flutie.
Even I know.
No. Last NFL kicker from South Africa. Jerry Thornton did not get the answer up in the second
last
half.
Kick from South it's not Morten Andersen.
No, he's Danish.
That's way higher. That's way north. Not Jan.
I'll give it to you because it's Gary Anderson.
Yeah, too bad he missed the biggest kick in Minnesota Vikings history.
Ooh.
The only one he misses all year cost them the Super Bowl.
Borderline Hall of Famer, though.
Yeah, not after that one. I bet Chris Carter has a different view of it.
Hey, here we go. We got a deuce coming. This kick has the distance. It's on the way. And this one is good. And we got a tie game with 3.7 seconds remaining. Henry Nell has taken this game over by storm.
He simply has had an outstanding night. And this is, we saw this coming from a mile away after the successful drop kick by Nell. So he's now accounted for the last 5 points. Unbelievable. That was right down Broadway.
Played a little left to right there.
58 is nothing for him. And now it's a tie game with 3.7 seconds remaining. And Massachusetts will have one desperation play, maybe 2 in their bag before we go to overtime.
If I'm correct, he has 18 points to his credit tonight.
He does. That is correct.
Half his team's points, not too bad. Massachusetts has time to get one quick one down the field, maybe get out of bounds and try a field goal. Be interested to see how they go after this one here.
Wow. This one's coming down to the wire. Just when you thought it was over, and I'm talking about going 5-1, I'm looking at overtime.
That would be the kiss of death for Moningham.
There you go.
And I forgot about the drop kick rule because I was right on that one. I said it wasn't over because of that, but I forgot about the drop kick for 2 points.
If you drop kick a field goal attempt, it's 4.
An extra point is 2. Yeah,
correct.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10, 5-yard line, 3.7 seconds left. Gilliard goes in motion. Brackett goes underneath. Oh, and Brown didn't see it coming. He looked back, it went off his hands. Incomplete, and time runs out. He didn't really see the football.
Free football here in Worcester.
I think he might have lost it in the lights, or he tried to run it before he caught it. Either way, a demoralizing last 10 seconds for the Massachusetts Pirates as we go to overtime. So each team gets a possession in overtime. No matter what happens, you get one possession, and then if it's still tied, as we go into the extra possessions, whoever scores first wins the game.
Correct. Wow. Well, we've seen it all tonight. The Pirates didn't play well in the first half. They come up with 4 turnovers in the second half. They take a 10-point lead, only to see Poe catch a touchdown in the final seconds, and then a drop kick by Henry Nell to send the game into overtime. And then he adds that deuce to get that in 36-36. Wow.
It's definitely exciting, and you talk about this is that you're not out of it until the final whistle blows. And you talk about the hanging around, the inability to put away this Maine team when they had opportunities is costly.
So we have overtime coming to the DCU Center, the first overtime game of the season. Pirates 36 and the Mammoths 36. We'll come back to bring it to you after this on NESN and 98.9 Nash Icon.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At InBalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season, and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to Summertime Pro Football, log on to masspiratefootball.com today.
And welcome back to Worcester, where we are ready for bonus ball.
15 minutes on the clock. Who knows how long it'll take. Mortada has the long kick, looking for a deuce. It's going to be short. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mammoth. So Jonathan Bain and company will have it. 1st and 10, 20-yard line. We'll see how well the defense ratchets up here.
Well, they have to mentally be drained, Mick, because that stunning final 15 seconds of regulation took a lot out of them.
It's going to be tough to ramp it up for them after thinking the game was already over.
Wilson goes in motion. Bain was hit, and he will be sacked going down at the 13-yard line. John Griggs picking up the sack. J.D. Griggs gets to him again.
Now, if you're Massachusetts, you got to be thinking that Edgar Poe's going to be getting the ball here sometime soon. He's been the spark plug for this offense the entire evening, and you got to expect Jonathan Bain to be looking for him here now that it's getting down to crunch time and you got 2nd and long. Look for Poe to get the ball on the perimeter and let him do something. He's been the guy that's besides Nell, who's just a kicker, Poe has been their guy all day.
Poe wide to the far side. Wilson goes in motion. Bain steps up, throws underneath. There's a flag at a play. It's complete to the 20-yard line to Wilson. Vacchio makes the tackle, but the flag came out from the secondary.
Pass interference on the offense, number 2. That's a 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So a loss on the play. It's still going to be 2nd down.
Oh yeah, that's a. Devin Wilson wasn't very subtle about that one. No. Usually you tell receivers when they're running those inside option routes, keep your arms tucked, chicken wing a little bit. He got extended with his left arm. That's an easy call to see, especially when you're in the middle of the field by yourself. Flag was thrown right away. There was no second guessing by the official on that play.
It's like 2nd and 23 at the 9.
You don't see this very often in arena football, I imagine.
Not really. So man in motion here. Bain steps up, gets away from one tackler. He's going to have to run. He's at the 20, up to the 24-yard line. The ball came loose, but they're going to call him down. He is tackled at the 24-yard line.
Good scamper by Jonathan Bain, who kept his composure and motored up the left sideline. I love the way that he took off, Newt, because the pocket, as he climbed the pocket, collapsed. Nick Hague brought the backside coverage.
Coach Ishmael wants that review played fast. He thinks that Bain may have fumbled the football, and I think he might be right. He's looking up at that review board, trying to get that up. I think that that ball may have come out before he came down.
And there is the challenge flag. Well, the ruling on the field was down by contact, because you saw the side judge point to the field right away.
Yep.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner was down prior to the ball coming loose. 3rd down. Massachusetts has charged a timeout, and they have no more challenges in this overtime period.
So that was the only challenge.
They lose timeouts now in overtime. Massachusetts has no timeouts remaining.
So down by contact, 3rd and 6 at the 24-yard line, just a yard shy of the midfield stripe. Devin Wilson goes in motion. Underneath route to Poe, makes the catch, goes across the 20 to the 19-yard line, where Cheatham Norrells is on the tackle.
Color me the least surprised person. The ball went to Poe there on a big 3rd down play. Poe does a great job catching the ball and getting right upfield, getting to the 1st down, putting his shoulder down, and getting that 1st down, big 1st down for Maine. Reset the sticks. Another 4 downs for Maine. Massachusetts defense needs to kind of anchor down. They're gonna expect to keep Maine out of the end zone.
Poe goes wide to the far side. 11:36 on the clock. We are still tied at 36. Bain sends Wilson in motion. Looking to the near side. That ball's overthrown and incomplete for Dante Jenkins, as you had Northington on coverage.
And a fumbled exchange again, but this time With Bain having the experience to hold on to the ball. Scott Muchin told us earlier, it's such a repetitious thing. Grab it, corral it, make the throw. Dallas Jackson and Bain having trouble on the exchange again.
Yeah, you can't start the play without the football. I know it sounds elementary, but it's the most basic play in football, and you have to be able to secure the snap before you can get downfield and make a play.
Jenkins near side, both far side. Wilson's going to be in motion. Here we go. Bain, three-step drop, going for Wilson. Caught. I think that's a touchdown. He and the defender both go over the wall. It is 6. Wilson hung on.
We've officially seen it all.
What an amazing effort by Devin Wilson going over the wall here, taking the shot, making the play. I mean, just a great job of concentrating, knowing you're going into the wall, and then maintaining possession as you get flipped over the wall. It's a big-time play.
Yes, it is.
Here comes the PAT.
John Hardy Tulia was trailing, trying to cause the incompletion.
Nell with the extra point on the way. This one is good. Makes the score 43-36. Maine. True.
I believe Massachusetts needs one possession.
They do.
They do need one possession, but if they make the extra point, and they have to make the twofer. If Massachusetts misses the 2, is the game over? Because it has to be, because they're tipped up 2 points.
Yes, that is correct.
That would be correct.
That would be correct.
Here's the kick.
Well, we don't have
this will not be a
Don't
deuce.
worry about the deuce.
It's coming out to the 20-yard line as it goes well wide left.
Well, everything else has happened. Why couldn't that happen?
It could.
You know, the Massachusetts offense hasn't really been on the field a lot in the last couple, minutes. Levon Pearson's been the go-to guy for Brackett today. You know, you talk a lot about the big playability of Gilliard and Brown, but 15, Levon Pearson's been the big play guy today.
He's the man
Look
in
for him.
motion.
Here we go. Brackett, three-step drop. He is looking for Pearson underneath. Caught down to the 1-yard line. He is at the 1. One play, 1 yard away.
Kyron Jones, for the first time, was beaten as he stumbles coming up after the completion.
And there it is again. That man, Levon Pearson, with a big play. It's the Pearson Poe show today. Both wide receivers with huge games, putting their teams on their backs.
How about the throw, Mick, by Brackett?
It was right on the money. Best throw maybe he's had all night. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Brackett up and over, broke the plane. He is in for the touchdown. And now it's a 1-point differential.
And there's the Deshaun Johnson vault up into the air. Now,
Thomas Claiborne is up slowly, the center, who is part of the brigade up front to just create enough space for Brackett to go over the top.
Claiborne's also the long snapper. Keep an eye on that. You got a bad leg, that's something to keep in mind. Now, they're going for the win.
Gonna go for 2 in the win?
2 in the win.
Yeah,
you like this call, don't you?
Absolutely. Don't leave it in the hands of a kicker or the foot.
Well, if you don't make it, you have your second loss of the season. If you make it, you're golden, then you go to 5-1.
I don't think anybody's going to question it, though.
That's why they're called Riverboat Gamblers.
Riverboat Ron, Riverboat Amir.
There you go.
There you go. Here we are. The Pirates going for 2 and the win.
Does Brackett go over the top again?
From 2 yards out.
A little too far for that timeout.
And timeout taken by Maine as 3 wideouts bunched together on the left side.
Yeah, what do you make of that formation, Scott?
That's Devin Brown's going to come in the semicircle motion up top, probably put himself in a one-on-one ISO situation with the majority of the field to work with. He'll have the entire hash mark to the wall to use his ability, and an option route there. And then you're probably going to have some sort of front side fade route that you can get the ball to Levon Pearson and use his size, with Marty Gilliard working the back of the end zone in the middle.
Pirates need the 2 to win the game in overtime here at the DCU Center tonight. the tight end, is Fred Ruff. 3 wides to the near side. Brackett's under center. The man in motion is Gilliard. Brackett looking, throws to Gilliard. He didn't get it. There's a flag at the goal line. It may be interference on Jones.
I think that's going to be.
Jones got away with an interference on the original route. Gilliard had him beat. He grabbed a hold of him.
It's the only thing he could do.
And he did it at first, but he got away with it. And then when Brackett threw to him after
on
that.
the defense, number 7.
It's an easy call by the jersey. Here comes the Deshaun Johnson vault.
Or Brackett vault.
It. Well, I guess Brackett's the vaultee or the vaulter.
You're half the distance from the goal.
It's going to put it at the 1. Now you could throw him into the end zone.
All you got to do is touch the plane. Here it comes.
2-point conversion from the 1-yard line.
Defenseless Kyron Jones mauling Gilliard.
Watch for Desmond Maxwell, who's brought in the game here. They're bringing a heavy package for him to come over the top and take this vault back to the mat.
Brackett will be under center. Johnson, the fullback, is right behind him. Brown goes in motion to the far side with single coverage. They pick up Brackett. He broke the plane. He's into the end zone for 2, and this game is over. The Pirates win it by the score of 44-43 in overtime.
The only way it could end with drama. Sean Brackett, 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And he has developed his short yardage game. They found the Brackett vault inside the 2-yard line.
Well, 3rd time's a charm on the vault. Credit to Massachusetts for playing for the win. Not relying on this time. Kicker in another possession. Take that out of play. There it is again. They run motion to get a guy out of the box. And there it is.
Good job by Cornelius Lewis standing up the defensive line. Number 72 flanked to the left for the Pirates.
I want to call it the Deshaun Johnson vault because he's throwing Brackett in the air, but all the power comes from Deshaun Johnson.
Did you see the owner, Jawad Yateem?
He's obviously excited his team wins. And what a miraculous game, 44-43, overtime.
That was an outstanding night. Had everything, Mick Moningham, and we'll come back to wrap it up from the DCU Center as the Pirates edge Maine in overtime, 44-43. You're watching Pirates football on NESN and listening on 98.9 Nash Icon.
Massachusetts Pirates football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Arena football is back. The Massachusetts Pirates have kicked off their inaugural season and tickets are on sale now. Come tailgate with the Pirates and enjoy great music, great food, and fun for the entire family. Then watch all the high-scoring, hard-hitting action and meet your favorite players after the game. Home games are played at the DCU Center in Worcester. Single-game tickets start as low as $10. To get game schedules, more info, and your ticket to summertime pro football, log on to masspirates.football.com today.
Are you plagued with pain? Feel uncomfortable doing normal everyday things? At Inbalance Chiropractic and Wellness, we strive to keep you in optimal health. Through the use of chiropractic care, massage therapy, and lifestyle therapy, our focus is on improving individual lives to become more active and vibrant. Your health is our #1 concern. We practice to help you reach your goals. Our specialty is keeping your body in balance.
It was a thrilling night for the Mass Pirates as they beat Maine in overtime 44-43. With Scott Mutrin and Mick Moningham, I'm John Perel. Scott, big night for the receivers for the Pirates, Levon Pearson, and for the Mammoths, Edgar Bowe.
Yeah, Pearson and Poe were great today, the double piece. Both when their teams needed them on offense, both those guys stepped up, made big plays down the field. Big, huge momentum changes and a lot of touchdowns and big plays.
And now that Massachusetts is 5-1, their defense stepped up large, Mick.
They trailed by 12 in the second half at one point. 4 turnovers, got it back in this game. You mentioned they go to 5-1, and now got to be happy the fact that they got their first overtime win in team history.
And they improved to 3-0 at home. That's going to wrap it up from here. It was a great night for the Pirates as they edged the Mammoth 44-43. For Scott Mutrin and Mick Monty, Jamie DePerel, have a great night, everybody, and good night from Worcester.